35 laps, no lift, no apologies. Welcome to the dirty old bastard. With the dust and the glow, old boots on the gas, nowhere left to go. Hands like leather, eyes locked in. You don't last as long if you don't know how to win. We've bent some frames, we've paid our dues, still chasing that high we refuse to lose. Sliding through the slick where the wild ones dwell. Right rear digging, hanging it out wide and fast. Ain't nothing clean about the dirty old bastards. From Eldora nights to the Charlotte clay, wheel to wheel just to make them pay. No favors here, no easy line. You earn your spot one lap at a time. We ain't here to fade, we ain't here to quit. Still throwing sliders, still sanding it. We're the dirty old bastards, still raising hell. Wide open throttle where the wild ones dwell. Right rear digging, hanging it out wide and fast. Ain't nothing clean about the dirty old bastards. Slide job coming, don't think twice. High side's faster if you roll the dice. One wrong move and you're in the fence. No lift, no fear, no common sense. We're the dirty old bastards, black dirt kings, still chasing that checkered flag it brings. Hammered down till the last lap's past. We ain't done yet, dirty old bastards.
And we are live at Husets Speedway for week number 2, season 22 of the Dirty Old Bastards 360 Sprint Series. My name is Chris Murphy here with DRSN Digital Racing Sports Network. Happy to be here with you tonight. We've got 45 plus drivers, some of the strongest sprint car drivers in all of iRacing here with us tonight. We got about 5 minutes left here in practice. We'll take a quick look at last week. A few clips from last week here. We started at Knoxville Speedway, but the drop of the green, it was Tyler Schell, and it was all Tyler Schell all night long. He took the lead from this drop of the green flag. Gavin Chatham was right there, but right through the middle of the track here, look at the 7 of Mason Hannigan. Came all the way out of the C main, made his way all the way up into a podium spot at Knoxville, but it was all Tyler Schell, as we said. Here's white flag lap is Aiden Forrester right there behind him. Mason Hannigan in third, Tanner Pettit In the fifth spot right there is Gavin Chatham. Got by him there on the last lap, but taking the checkered flag
turn number 4
Tyler
here
Shell.
at Knoxville. Round number 1 of season 22 is going to go to the 85 of Tyler Shell.
So we are back to live. All right, practice about wrapping up. That was week number 1. We're going to also take a look here at our point standings after last week. And you can see Tyler Shell with about 11-point lead over Aiden Forrester. Mason Hannigan. Now, Tyler is not with us here tonight, so a good chance here for Aiden Forrester to take over the point lead. Mason Hannigan in the 3rd spot. Kenny Hoffman, Tanner Pettit, Gavin Chatham, Michael Shureen, sorry about that, Connor Dudick, Parker Leak, Brandon Stewart ran out of our top 10. Then it was Bryce Heinstein, Casey Simons, Chad Griggs, Graham Huffman, and Michael Sheridan going to round out our top 15 in the point standings coming into week number 2. So here we are, Husets Speedway. Husets Speedway, built back in the early 50s, has become one of the premier racetracks, sprint car tracks in all the country right now, running some of the biggest money races that you're going to see out there. Right now, you got the High Bank Nationals and the Husets Hustles. I think that Houston Hustle last year paid $100,000 to win. So Husets becoming one of the most popular tracks now on the schedule for a lot of sprint car racing. We take a look here. One of the fastest tracks and one of the most popular for sure. High limit runs here. I know that they have that open race for $100,000. So looking for some excitement racing here tonight. We're going to see how this track's going to develop. You're going to see that cushion. It looks a little bit narrow right now through the corners. We're going to see this track progress. You can see right there looking down into turn number 3 from this view. The track's a little bit narrow right there, but you're going to see that cushion work its way up the racetrack all night long. Let's see here. So right now on the top of the charts here in practice, it is Aiden Stull. Let's bring up our tower here. You can see right now Aiden with a 10.534. Aiden Forrester, so it's Aiden aided 10.534, 10.55, and Tanner Pettit right there with a 5.58. So Tanner Pettit Racing is with a strong contingency here tonight. We've got Aiden. You can see Aiden Forrester, Tanner Pettit, Kenny Hoffman, and Ryan Avila all with us here this evening for Tanner Pettit Racing. SGR Racing also with a strong contingency here with AK, Shane Gallo, William Clapp, and Dustin Steinman. Looking back through some of our other teams right here, we have Michael Sheridan with Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, Black Diamond Motorsports with Mason Hannigan. So contingency of drivers as we're going to get ready to go here. About 2 minutes left to go before we roll into qualifying. Appreciate you being here with us. Chime into the chat every once in a while. Let us know how things are going, how things sound out there, who you're rooting for. Appreciate you taking your evening to be here with us. We're going to get rolling here real soon. About a minute left to go. They got the drivers meeting going on right now, so they take the last couple of minutes. So what you're going to see tonight, we're going to run 5 heat races. Spread these. What we got here? About looks like about 46 to 47 drivers in the field. They're going to spread out among 5 heat races. Top 4 out of each heat will go to the feature. 5 through 8 will go to the B, and everybody else will go to the C, and then we'll run the C main. Top 4 from the C to transfer to the B, and top 4 from the B to transfer to the A to make a 24-car feature. Going to be an exciting 24-car feature for sure on this short track here at Husets. So you can see Irish has done a really good job of modeling this racetrack. I have not been to Husets Speedway up in South Dakota. Just south of Brandon, just outside of Brandon, South Dakota, actually. But looks like a fun place. Kind of reminds me a little bit of some tracks we run out here in the Northwest, some short tracks out here. So we were a big half mile at Knoxville last week, a big change as we're going to come out here to Husets, and we take a look at the rest of the schedule coming up. So Husets this week, then next Tuesday night we come back for 35 laps at Charlotte, Port Royal in Pennsylvania on the 7th. Then it's the world famous Eldora Speedway on April 14th. Then all the way out to California for some more short track action at Kern Raceway on the 21st, Williams Grove on the 28th, Cedar Lake on May 5th. And we're going to round out this 9-week season at Volusia Speedway Park in Florida. I'm looking forward to that race. I love Volusia. It's a fun track to get around. So qualifying's getting ready to roll off. Just got a couple minutes to go here in qualifying. We'll see if we can catch some action on the racetrack. All right, so we can see we've got a few drivers making their way out. We see Mason Hannigan. We'll take a look at Ryland Gray coming up out of the pits. Trevor Royer as well. In the 90, Andrew May out there in the 31 car. Going to get his laps in. Tyler Benny. We see May's going to go to the top of the charts here to start off at 11.817, but Adam Buchanan's quickly going to knock him down to 7.02. Warrior is going to move his way up to second. Let's see if he's going to next driver's going to come around here. We see it's Rod Clapp now going to take the pole position at a 12.083. That doesn't look right in the right order, but Matthew Benny at times are just rolling in here, so you can see the leaderboard's kind of glitching out on us there a little bit. It's kind of tweaking, so we'll give it a chance to get. There we go. So Ryland Gray right now, fast time of the night at 11.376. Matthew Rogers right there behind him at a 4.39. We got a few drivers that have not made their way out on the racetrack yet. I haven't seen Shane Yost, Tanner Pettit, Mason Hannigan, Aiden Forrester have not made their way onto the racetrack yet. Andrew Woodhull going to put himself up into third. See if we can find somebody making some laps. Matthew Stables with a good lap's going to go up into second, but here goes Hannigan. Going to knock him down a spot, so Hannigan now at a 4.16 going to take over that second spot. Matthew Stables down into third. Forrester, not strong qualifying lap we normally see from Aiden. He's down there in the sixth spot right now. Let's see who else we have out there on the racetrack. Shane Yost, Pettit down into seventh. Oh, Pettit's going to come up for his second lap. Going to jump up to second on the charts at 11.382, but it's still Ryland Gray. Fast time of the night at a 3.76, and it looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying. The four drivers didn't get out to make a lap. Tyler Henelsman, Colin Hutchison, Drew Bailey, and we are going to get lined up here for heat race number one. So see if we take a quick look at the results from qualifying once that loads up for us. Oh, we're getting lined up here for heat race number one. On the pole in the 72, Aiden Stoll. So it's a four-car invert, what they do for the heat races here. So on the pole is going to be Aiden Stoll, Jay Schaaf outside of him. Inside of row number two, starting in the third spot, John Helms. Ryland Gray, our fast qualifier of the night, is going to start in the fourth spot. Back into fifth, Joseph Groom, Trevor Royer. In the seventh spot, Robert Wojcik Jr. and Miles Jansen starting outside of row number four. And back to row number five is the 252 of Matt Hinkle and Tyler Handelsman right there. So let's see if we take a look here. There's our qualifying results right there. It was great. Pettit, Hannigan, Stables, Rogers, Helms, Forrester. We're going to roll off here for heat race number one at Husets. Appreciate you taking the time to jump in here with us. I know there's a lot more you can be doing on a Tuesday night, but thanks for being here with us at DRSN. We're going to zero in on Jay Schaaf right here in the 50s. Actually, it's a 72. Outside of him is the three car of, let's see, Stoll on the inside in the 57s. The leaderboard and the time numbers on the cars always screw me up. I know they say that every single week, but it just always does. So it's Schaaf out there, 57 on the timing and scoring, 3 on the car. Stoll, Schaaf, Helms, Ryland Gray in the fourth spot. Joseph Groom, Trevor Royer are going to bring us to the line. Get heat race number one started here at Husets for the Dirty Bastards. Week number 2 of season 22. Going to roll through 3 and 4. Going to come to the line. Pace car's going to pull in. Pace truck pulls in anyway, and it's immediate green flag jump right there for Stoll. Stoll with a fantastic jump. Helms down to the bottom of Schaaf. Can't quite make the move. Schaaf looked like he might have caught that outside wall a little bit. He has Gray right in tow. We're 3 wide for a second right there. Gray down at the bottom. Helms up on the outside in that second spot, running that outside line. You can see Stoll up there, kind of running about the middle of the racetrack. Everybody else up towards the cushion. Schaaf tries to make a slide up for second. He's going to have to slide up in front of Gray for third. It's still Stoll, Helms, Schaaf right now, your top 3. You see your top 4 going to transfer right there. 5th place outside car looking in right now is the 90 of Trevor Royer. He's not got himself into a transfer spot, and looks like he's about in a second behind the 4th place running Ryland Gray right now. But up front, it is Aiden Stoll. But here comes the 42 of Helms. Helms looking to get himself up in the lead right here. He's not happy with that second position. He's making up a little bit of ground. We got 3 laps left to go. It's Stoll, Helms, Schaaf, Gray right now. Little battle going on for third and fourth with Schaaf and Gray. They're both in a transfer spot. With only 2.5 laps left to go. Gray is going to take that third spot away. Let's see if Schaaf throws another slider at him into 1 and 2. Not. Oh, it is. He's going to clear him off at 2. Gray cuts back underneath, so they're going at it right here. They get both in this race right now. They don't want to take each other out and give that final transfer spot to Royer. But Stoll, Helms going to come across the line. We're going to see Aiden Stoll coming through 3 and 4. Going to come across the checkered, and it is going to be Aiden Stoll, our winner here in heat race number 1. Helms in second, Gray third. Schaaf is going to take that final transfer spot in fourth. Trevor Royer, Joseph Groom, Matt Hinkle, Tyler Heinzelman, and Robert Wujik, and Miles Jansen did not take the checkered flag. So that is going to wrap up heat number 1. Aiden Stoll coming home with a win. John Helms, Helms Racing Incorporated, are going to come home in the second spot. Oh, why did I disappear for us for it? All right, we'll have to hide that for a minute. We're going to get lined up here for heat race number 2. It's non-stop action here on iRacing. You don't have a lot of time in between things. We're going to get our lineup going here for heat race number 2. On the pole in the 01 is going to be A-Case. Outside of him, Ryan Avila in the 49. Expect Ryan to get a really good jump right here. He's got Aiden Forrester and Tanner Pettit. So 3 of the 4 top cars in this heat race are all Tanner Pettit Racing. Starting second, third, and fourth. Back in the 5th spot, Brandon Stewart. Outside of him, in the 6th starting position is going to be Tony Dominguez. In the 7th spot, inside of row number 4, Austin Griffey. Darren Stark outside of him in 8th. We get back to the 5th row. In the 9th spot, Jared Lamberson and Drew Bailey is going to round out our 10-car field here for heat race number 2. All right, we're going to roll off the line. It's going to be Case bringing us to the green flag. A good qualifying effort for A-Case. He's going to be right there on the pole, but he's got his hands full. He is surrounded by Tanner Pettit Racing and Brian Avila, Forrester, and Pettit. We're going to see if he can get enough run down that front straightaway and slide up and take that top spot away. You saw the top of the racetrack was the dominant place to be in heat race number 1. Is that going to hold up here for the rest of the heat races? The track will progress a little bit. If you can roll the bottom of this place, you can make up some ground, but it's just that cushion just gets so quick around here. I don't see anybody really making the bottom work to our advantage, but I've been proved wrong many times before. All right. One more lap around, and we're going to be green here for heat race number 2. All right, pace truck's going to pull in. Case not going to get a great jump right there. Avila actually gets the jump on him, so Avila's going to take the lead down into 1. Case down to the bottom. He's got Pettit on his outside, so Pettit looking to make a run up into the 2nd spot. Case still on the bottom. They're side by side for 2nd. Avila looking to pull away. Pettit on the outside. Forrester's going to get by. Case looks like a little bit of a struggle. He falls back to 4th. He's in danger of losing that transfer spot. There goes Brandon Stewart by him. Up front, it is all Tanner Pettit Racing, Ryan Avila, Aiden Forrester, Tanner Pettit right there. 1, 2, 3, all right there on top of each other. Avila with a good line on the top. It's still a good battle for that Forrest transfer spot, too. We're watching the battle here for 2nd and 3rd with Pettit and Forrester, but back and forth, it is A-Case hanging on to 4th. He has got Brandon Stewart in the 21 all over the back, and we come across the line. 4 laps left to go. 4 down, 4 to go right now. Case is going to catch that outside wall. 21, looking to the bottom, and we've got our first caution flag. It looks like it's Drew Bailey. And you can see him already in the infield. Wing off the car. We'll see if we can see what happened to Bailey here real quick. You can see the 51. I think he just kind of gave up. Just drove the car into the outside wall. Maybe something broke. Maybe, I'm guessing, maybe something happened with his steering. And it looks like Bailey's going to be out of the race. So we're down. Started with 10. We're down to 9. All right, your leader still, Ryan Avila, Aiden Forrester, excuse me, Tanner Pettit now up to second. Now they're just swapping back and forth on me. So Forrester and Pettit second and third. A-Case right now, hold on to that fourth spot in the one. He started on pole. He is in our final transfer spot right now. Brandon Stewart all over the back of him, so we're going to see if he can hang on right now. The top three look to be pretty secure. It's just going to depend on which one of Tanner Pettit Racing cars is going to win this race and who's going to finish second and third, because I think they've got this pretty wrapped up for the top three, as long as none of them make a mistake. Right now, that battle is going to be for the fourth spot. Ignore that one to go. Up there, our graphics. I think we've made 8 laps since we ran some caution laps. So we're going to go back to green with 4 to go. 4 down. Heat race number 2. It's Ryan Avila out in front. He's led just every lap of this race so far. Coming off a turn 4, Avila with another good start. Forrester, Pettit. We're watching that battle back there for fourth with A-Case and Brandon Stewart. Case to the outside, Stewart to the bottom. Stewart's going to slide up and take that fourth spot away. So your transfer cars are now Avila, Forrester, Pettit, and Stewart. Look, we got somebody on the outside wall. Looks like it was Austin Griffey. He's going to take a tumble off of turn number 2. Looked like kind of an unforced error. Just got into the wall right there in the middle of 1 and 2. He tumbles down to the bottom of the racetrack. We are under caution number 2 here in heat race number 2. And right now, our 4 transfer cars with 6 down, 2 to go. It's going to be Avila, Forrester, Pettit, Stewart. The 01 of Case outside looking in right now, back in the 5th spot. We take a look here again at the Tanner Pettit Racing. You can see Avila, Forrester, Pettit right there. Kenny Hoffman's coming up in one of our later heat races. All right, we started with 10. We're down to 8. '49er Ryan Avila's led every single lap of this race. It says 11, but it's really only 6. All right. Another half a lap around. We're going to go back to green flag racing. We have 2 cautions. First heat race went caution free. We've had 2 here in heat race number 1. Both kind of look like unforced errors by the drivers. Pacetrack's going to pull in off at turn number 4. Avila on the throttle right away. Forrester right there with him. Pettit as well. Watching our battle for that final transfer spot between Stewart and Case. Stewart actually up alongside of Pettit up on the outside in the 21. It's a battle for third right now. Pettit trying to make that bottom of the racetrack work. He's in threat. He is in chance to lose that 3rd spot right now as Stewart's going to make his way around the outside. So that top looks like the place to be. The battle for third now goes to Brandon Stewart. Pettit wheel on the bottom of the racetrack. He has got Case in his sights. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Case is going to not quite make it across the line. It's going to be Tanner Pettit coming home with our final transfer spot. Ryan Avila with the win here in heat race number 2. Aiden Forrester, Brandon Stewart, Tanner Pettit. That's your 4 transfers. In the 5th spot, it's going to have to put himself into the B main. It's going to be A-Case. Getting lined up here for heat race number 3. Trying to get our results to pull up there from heat race number 2 so we can look at it real quick. As we see everybody getting gridded up here for heat race number 3, so we'll just go ahead and get the lineup here. So another SGR teammate, Dustin Steinman, on the pole here for heat race number 3. Outside him, JP Scheiderer in the 2nd spot. Inside of row number 2, Kenny Hoffman, another Tanner Pettit Racing. Mason Hannigan out there in the 4th spot. Bryce Einstein starting in 5th. Joshua Pickle in the 6th spot. Go back to this 4th row inside, starting in 7th, Andrew May. Michael Sheridan going to start in the 8th spot, and then back in 9th, the 9-car field here for heat race number 3. It's going to be Colton Kinney. The 9 cars for 4 spots. Appreciate you, Michael, seeing you up there in the chat. Appreciate you being out there. Thanks for watching. All right. We've got 8 cars that have made their way into the feature so far. Let's see who the next 4 are going to be. We go down here through 1 and 2. Half a lap left to go. Pace truck will pull in coming off of 4 this time. Simon Schreider. Hoffman Hannigan. Going to come off of turn number 4. Steinman on the throttle. He gets tapped from behind. He got a little bit loose, then he got hit from behind right there. So Steinman, unfortunately, he started on the pole, but he is going to go around. We see a black flag in the air for Schreider. So let's see what happened there real quick. So unfortunate. I think Steinman might have got a little bit loose off the corner. Let's see if we can see what happened here in super slow-mo. So Steinman gets off of 4. It looks like this. He catches that berm a little bit, which got him a little bit loose. And then it looks like the 5-car Schreider just gets right into the back of him. So it looks like Steinman is going to get an EOL here. And I saw Schreider with a back flag, so it looks like just got that left front up on that inside berm, and I think that might have been what got him loose right there. Schreider JP, I'm gonna go with JP. Thought he was going to be going a little bit quicker right there, and ends up getting into the back of him. So that is going to put JP Schreider on the pole, out into the lead here for this restart. Right behind him, Mason Hannigan, Bryce Einstein, Josh Pickle. That's your top 4 right now. That's your transfer cars. All right, so 9 cars for 4 spot, and Kenny Hoffman is out of this race. So the meatball for Kenny Hoffman, he is going to have to run the C main. He is going to come home to 9th in this race. So we started with 9, we're down to 8. Our original pole sitter, Dustin Steinman, now back there in the 8th spot. Actually, it looks like Kenny's going to get back up. He's going to get some repairs. He's going to come back out on the racetrack. I thought he was down there. He's going to make it back out just in time. You can see the one joining the back of the field. JP Schreider with a great start over Hannigan. He is going to get about a 5-car length lead going down into 1 and 2. Hannigan to the outside. He has got Einstein down to his bottom, down to his inside. Pickle now has got his hands full with the 31 of Andrew May for that final transfer spot. May down to the bottom, Pickle to the outside. We're keeping an eye on Kenny Hoffman in that 1 car to see if he can make up some ground. He started tagging this field. I don't think he's made up a lot of ground back there. It is still JP Schreider out in front. Mason Hannigan holding on to that 2nd spot. Bryce Einstein and Joshua Pickle. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle for 4th. We got 3 laps down, 5 to go here in this 8-lap heat race. 4 spots going to put into the feature. We've had some good battles through all the heat races there for our final transfer spot. You can see Andrew May trying to make the bottom of the racetrack work. And he is going to get up alongside of Bryce Einstein for that 4th position. Up in front, though, a little bit of a battle here as Hannigan's now closed up on the back of JP. Third spot is Einstein. Pickle there in 4th. He has got Andrew May to his inside. Right behind him is Michael Sheridan looking to take advantage of this as well. Hoffman looks like he's kind of dropped back. One lap left to go here for Schreider. Hannigan looks to his outside as they come off of turn number 2 into 3 and 4 here one more time. Hannigan's going to go down to the bottom. Can he slide him off of 4? I don't think he's going to be able to clear him. And it's going to be JP Schreider taking home the win here in heat race number 3. Bryce Einstein in 4th. Pickle going to take home the final transfer spot. May actually fell back another spot behind Sheridan. So that is going to be your 4 transfer cars out of heat race number 3. Schreider, Hannigan, Einstein, and Pickle. As we roll on to heat race number 4. Thanks for joining us here on DRSN. My name is Chris Murphy. We are going to got a couple more things coming on this week. Thursday night, we will be back for the Nitro Zone Truck League at Iowa Speedway. And then we've got a new league going to join us on Friday night. The Half Decent Racing League. Xfinity cars, and I can't remember. We just got together with these guys here recently, so it'll be our first race. I got to go look at their schedule to find out even where we're going to be. But an Xfinity cars series going to run on Friday night, so we're going to take a look at our grid here as they're going to get rolling for heat race number 4. Shane Yost on the inside, outside of him, Spencer Putney, Anthony Woodhull, Matthew Stables, Bowen Smith. Starting that outside of run number 3, it's going to be Jared Garini, William Clapp, another SGR driver back in 7th, Tyler Benning, and Parker Leak. That is going to be our 9-car field here for heat race number 4. We'll get 4 more cars lock themselves into the feature. So Yost, Woodall, Putney, and Stables. Stables with a really good qualifying run. He was the fastest car in this heat as we invert 4 for the heat races. All right, off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, we'll see the pace truck pull in. Coming to turn number 4, and it's going to be Yost bringing us to the line. Putney to his outside. Watch Putney. Expect Putney to get a good jump here, but Yost actually with a really good start. It's going to take the lead down into 1. Putney to his outside. Then it's a battle there in the back. Woodhull down on the bottom of the racetrack. Got Stables to his outside, and Putney's going to challenge for the lead off of turn number 4. He is going to get underneath Yost. Can he make a slide into 1? No, Yost blocks off that slider. He saw him coming. And that looks like the 46 of Stables into the outside wall. He comes off the wall, makes a little contact, back into the wall one more time. So a mistake there from Stables. He caught the wall, and when he came back off of it, caught another car as he went by. So up front right now it is Yost, Putney, Smith, Woodall. Take a look at the 9 of Woodall in the 4th spot, the final transfer spot right now. We're 1, 2, 3, nose to tail for the lead. Yost, Putney, Smith. Smith with a great run here. He started back in 5th, now up to 3rd. And you can see him wheeling it right there off of turn number 4. He's going to take a look to the inside of Putney. Hold the bottom of the racetrack. Putney goes into the middle, kind of blocks off that slider from a little bit. Makes Yost run right around the bottom, but right up on that inside berm. Putney down now to the bottom. Yost to the outside. Good battle going on there for 2nd and 3rd. We look back here to 4th. It's Woodhull in 4th. He has got some distance to the 5th running William Clapp. So Clapp, the first car outside, back there in the 5th spot. Outside looking in, William Clapp. But up front, it is Yost who's led every single lap of this race, but it's a great battle for 2nd. Here comes Smith. He's going to slide up in front of Putney. Off of turn number 4, white flag is in the air. Putney's got his hands full now with Woodhull. He's looking to lose that 3rd spot, but these top 4 got a good separation back to 5th, so this is going to be your final this is going to be your transfer card. It's going to be Yost, Smith, Putney, Woodhull, William Clapp coming home in 5th. And it's going to be Jared Garini, and it looks like Leak and Benning 6th and 7th, and the last started up in the 4th spot. Matthew Stable with a little mistake there, caught that outside wall. He is going to end up in 9th here for heat race number 4. We got 1 more heat race left to go. Get 4 more cars into the feature. All right, we're getting gridded up on the pole here for heat race number 5 here at Houston Speedway for the Dirty Old Bastards. Week number 2, it's going to be Cody Bodie. To his outside in the 23, Alex Trzynski, Joseph Grandy. Matthew Rogers is going to start in outside of row number 2 in 4th. Pull the grid up for you so you can see it too. In the 3rd row, Adam Buchanan going to start P5. Shane Gallo outside of him in the 6th starting spot. Jack Young starting in 7th. John Klimowitz in the 8th spot, and Cullen Hutchison is going to round out our 9-car field here for heat race number 5. All right, last heat race of the night, then we'll get on to our main events. We're going to have a C, B, and an A. But right now, it is Cody Bodie starting on the pole here for heat race number 5. It's like really good looking. I like that paint job on Cody's car. Also looking at Grandy down there. Grandy always got some good looking paint schemes on that 5. As a matter of fact, I should be showing some sponsors up here. So Design Metal Art, one of our sponsors here for Dirty Old Bastards. If you need some really cool metal art done, check out Design's website. They're doing some really awesome stuff. right, we're going to go green here off of forward. Pace truck's pulled down in, and it's going to be Bodie with another good jump. We've seen the pole sitter all night long get some good runs. Bodie with a really good jump over Straczynski. Going to slide up into top spot right now. Grandy stuck on the bottom. It's a battle here for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Straczynski, Grandy, Rogers now up into fourth. Actually into third right now. Grandy down on the bottom into now going to get by Rogers for the third spot. Rogers falls back to fourth. Adam Buchanan down there in the fifth spot. The first non-transfer car right there is the 44, trying to find his way around Joseph Grandy to get himself into the feature. If you don't have to run a B-main, you don't. It look like Straczynski into the outside wall. Looks like he gathered it back up, but that let Rogers close right up on the back of him. So Cody Bodie out in front. He's going to catch the wall too, and we're going to have our first caution flag. It looks like it might have been Kalen Hutchison. We see him rolling down into the infield. See if we can go back and see what happened here to Cullen. Looks like Klimowicz also might have been involved. So I think that's Klimowicz on the outside, Hutchison on the bottom. Hutchison just gets into the corner hard. Car pushes up. It looks like Klimowicz might have lost a little bit of speed, but at the same time, Hutchison just got in there really deep. Car pushed up. And we are under caution here for the first time, as both drivers are going to take a ride for heat race number 5. So it's Bodie, Straczynski, Rogers, Grandy. That's your 4 transfer cars right now. And it's Buchanan, Jack Young, and Shane Gallo. Little 7 cars left on the racetrack. If we can jump in the car here. Just jump in the car here with Bodie here for the restart. Not a very good camera angle, though, is it? All right. All right, one more time around here. We'll be back to green flag, heat race number 5. Elite Performance Industries. You're looking for some setups for any of your NASCAR, your iRacing needs. Check out Elite Performance Industries. All right, gonna come off of turn number 4 here. It's going to be Bodie bringing us to the line. He is on the throttle hard right in the center of the corner. Straczynski going to hang right there with the back of him. He's only 3 or 4 car lanes back right now. Rogers and Grandy still your top 4. We're halfway through this, 4 down, 4 to go. Buchanan outside looking in right now. He looks down to the bottom of the racetrack. Got a good run through 1 and 2, or excuse me, off of 4 right there, but just cannot make up enough ground on Grandy. You can see the track really drying out here. Look at the dust kicking up. And it looks like the middle of the racetrack starting to work a little bit for Bodie, but here comes Straczynski on the outside. He's got a good run. I don't think Bodie saw him, just about got into him right there. Did not expect Straczynski to make a run that he did. You can see a little bit different grooves here now. Bodie to the bottom, Straczynski to the top. White flag, 1 more lap left to go here at Husets in heat race number 5. It is Straczynski on the outside. Bodie, who led every lap of this race, is going to fall back to second. Off of turn number 4, they're going to be side by side. It's going to be a drag race to the lead, and it's going to be Straczynski with the win. Bodie there in second. Matthew Rogers in third. Joseph Grandy taking home the final transfer spot in the 4th position. Adam Buchanan, Jack Young, and Shane Gallo going to come home in 7th. But good run there for Straczynski there. I think Bodie thought he could run down to the bottom there a little bit. Did not expect that cushion to work as well as it was, especially as much as it was drying out. All right, we're on to our C main. 10-lap C main, top 4 going to make their way to the B. We'll get our grid going here. All right, so on the pole is going to be the 21. Gallo just got done running that last heat race. He has got to get right back out here. Start on the pole for the C main to his outside. Tyler Heinzelman in the 3rd starting spot. Jared Lamberson and Kenny Hoffman. You don't see Hoffman much of time back here in the C. But he's going to have to run the alphabet soup here, C, B to A, if he's going to get into the show. Tyler Benning starting inside of row number 3 in the 5th spot. Cullen Hutchison outside of him, starting in 6th in the 7th starting position inside of row number 4. Robert Wojcik and Austin Griffey to his outside. Colton Kinney in the 9th starting position. Matthew Stables, John Klimowicz, and Miles Jansen and Drew Bailey going to round out our 13-car field here for our C main event at Husets for the Dirty Old Bastards. last week's winner and our point leader, Tyler Schell, not here tonight. So we're going to more than likely leave this race with a new points leader unless everybody up front just crashes or something, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen. All right, so we got two dual 21s on the front row here, Gallo and Henselman. All right, so Gallo going to bring us to the line here as we roll off of turn number 2. Pace truck pulls down into the inside. He's going to pull off the racetrack here, coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be Gallo. We've seen a lot of our drivers on the pole get us take off about right in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and Gallo does the same thing, and he has got a good jump into 1 and 2. Henselman right there behind him, though, about 5 or 6 car lengths back. It's a battle for second. Look at the one of Hoffman down to the bottom, makes it 3 wide. He is up underneath the 52 of the 57 of Griffey. Hoffman makes his way up into 30s in a transfer spot right now, but here comes Griffey back to his outside, and we've got a caution. It looks like Benning. An issue with the 20 of Tyler Benning. Looks like he's still rolling out there, so I'm not sure what that was. We've got everybody else piled up on the front row. I think it might have Henselman may have been involved. So let's take a look here and see if we can see what happened to Benning. You see him up there on the outside. Got a little contact that looked like it was the 61 or the 51 there. Bailey put Benning into the outside wall. Kind of stuck a nose out there, and I think just about got it chopped off. So Benning going to bring out our first caution flag here of the C main. All right, the 21 of Shane Gallo. Let's see if he can get another good start. He had a good start on lap 1. He's led the 2 laps of this race. 8 laps left to go. Gallo, Lamberson, Hoffman. So Hoffman's got himself a transfer spot. And our 4th and final transfer spot right now is the 21 of Henderson. He started outside the front row. He's lost 2 spots already. All right, coming off of turn number 2, Gallo, Lamberson, Hoffman. Your top 3. We're gonna go green flag here one more time. Gallo with a decent jump, about 7 or 8 car lengths into turn number 1. Lamberson falls back. Here comes Hoffman back to the bottom now. Hoffman looking for second. Hoffman started back in 4th now, trying to get that second spot, but our biggest mover of the race right now is Matthew Stables. Take a look here at Stables in the 46. He is 1 spot out of a transfer right now. He is started back in 10th, now up to 5th. But right now out front, it is all Shane Gallo. Jared Lamberson's got his hands full of the 1 at Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman looking to get to 2nd. Griffey up to 3rd. Stables still trying to get into a transfer spot. We got another caution flag. It looks like it might have been Jansen. I see Benning rolling back into the infield again. So it looks like it was Tyler Benning. Another issue there with the 20 car. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Comes off of 4. He's got a pretty heavy push, and I think he just kind of drives it into the outside wall off of 4. It may add a little damage as he gets into 1 and just can't hang on to it. And it's going to turn around on him. So Benning is going to make his way. Caution number 2 now for Tyler Benning here in the C main. All right, your leader. Let's take a look here to see if this works or not here. Let's see. It's not going to work. We won't try to use any of our toys here. Gallo, Lamberson, Hoffman, your top 3. Griffey. You can see on the leaderboard, cars in blue are your transfer spot. Stables, the first car out of a transfer to the B. racetrack is drying out. It's not quite as dusty. I think they put a little water on it between the heat races and the sea. It's not kicking up near as much dust as it was back in heat race number 5. All right, pace truck's going to pull down to the inside here one more time. Gallo is up to the leader to get on the throttle here, somewhere between 3 and 4. Let's see what the 21 does. He has Lamberson all over the back of him. Lamberson got a little bit closer and actually backed up. Good timing there from Gallo. He is going to get a good jump one more time halfway through this race. 4 down, 4 to go. Hoffman back to the inside trying to get to second. That inside just does not have enough of a bite to get a run off the corners. You see Hoffman struggling. We got side-by-side battle now for the final transfer spot. Stables down to the inside. Griffey on the about there in the middle of the racetrack. Let's see if Stables moves to the outside of the racetrack, because it looks like Griffey's kind of giving him that outside line. He's running through the middle. And I'm not sure if Stables heard me. Kind of went to the outside. We got 1 lap left to go. It's Gallo out in front. We're going to keep an eye on the final transfer. Off into turn number 3 down the back straightaway. Hoffman still in 3rd. Griffey in 4th. Stables going to get up alongside him as they come off of turn number 4, and it is going to be Griffey getting the final transfer spot. Stables with a good run. Started back in 10th, got all the way to 5th, but he fell 1 lap short, or 1 position short there. So your transfer cars are going to be Shane Gallo, Jared Lamberson, Kenny Hoffman, and Austin Griffey. On to the B-Main. We don't wait around here for the dirty old bastards. Trevor Royer, A-Case, is going to be our starting lineup on the front row. So let's see here. I still have never learned how to pronounce his name correctly, so I've known him for a little while. I'm going to call him a Jew case, I guess, or Achu. I'm not sure, so if you saw it, you know what I was talking about. All right, so on the pole, it's Trevor Royer. A-Case going to start to his outside. Michael Sheridan, William Clapp. Let's get our grid up there. How's that? There we go. Adam Buchanan starting in the 5th spot. Joseph Groom, Tony Dominguez, Andrew May back to the 5th row. Jared Guarini in the 10th starting spot. Jack Young back to 11th. Matt Hinkle, Darren Stark way back in 13th. Dustin Steinman, Parker Leak, and then our C-main car, Shane Gallo starting in 15th. Jared Lamberson, Kenny Hoffman, and Austin Griffey going to round out our 18-car field here for the B-main. 4 cars will make their way to the show. We got 18 cars for 4 spots. It's Royer, Case, Clapp, Sheridan, Buchanan, Groom, Dominguez. It's going to give me a seizure with it. Timing Tower doing that. So once again, Dirty Old Bastards Season 22 brought to you by SGR Steinman Gallo Racing here, sponsoring the series this season. Design Metal Art, EPI Performance, and we're going to go green flag. Trevor Royer off of turn number 4 with a fantastic jump that goes to the outside. Case now, and we got a crash wreck in the background. We are piled up. It looks like got Griffey involved. I think I saw Hoffman involved. Andrew May as well. Got some damage on the front of the 31. You can see the front towed in on that one. Groom involved. Griffey, like we said. Jack Young. Lamberson all involved in that one. We'll see if we can see what happened here. Alright, so let's see if we can see where this started at. So we see the 31 of May up on the outside. The 11 kind of gets crossed up in front of him. May gets into the side. And that starts the chain reaction right there. We can see the 10 involved. Gallo with a good job missing it down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Griffey almost gets up and over. The 52 is going to roll in here and just collect the 31. Hoffman gets checked way up. He stays out of this. So caution number 1 here in our B main. And it looks like it's going to put a few cars into the infield, trying to get some repairs done. May, Leak, Griffey, Lamberson, Groom, and Young all into the infield area, trying to get some repairs done on their cars, see if they can make their way back out here. So right now we started with 18. We got 6 cars in the infield right now, trying to get something done. We got 12 cars still out on the racetrack. Your leader is the 90 of Trevor Royer. right, lights are out. We're going to go green flag next time by. Warrior, Case, Sheridan, Clapp. Right now, your top 4. Buchanan outside looking in. Warrior's hard on the throttle off at turn number 4. He has got to run into 1 and 2. Case in the second spot. Sheridan, Clapp right now, like we said, still your top 4. We take a look at Warrior out in front. Sheridan taking a look to the inside of Case. Not able to get a run. Here comes Clapp now to the bottom of the racetrack. Not able to clear Sheridan. Buchanan back there in 5th. Dominguez in 6th. That's our first cars out of the transfer spots. We're trying to keep an eye on the one of Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman's now up 7 spots. Started in 17th all the way back up to 10th. Looks like Steinman and Stark right there in front of him. Steinman catches that inside line. He goes up in front of Stark. Steinman caught that berm. He slides up in front of the 55. 55 gets in the back of him. We're still green and clean. Out in front, it is still Trevor Royer, A-Case, Michael Sheridan, William Clapp, and we got another caution flag, and it looks like it might have been Tony Dominguez. Let's see if we can find Dominguez on the racetrack. He's already in the infield at this time. Jumped down to the pits. Looks like maybe the 31 of May also is going to find his way to the infield. Let's take a quick replay here and see what happened to the 18 of Dominguez. It just gets it. I don't know if he's got some. Looks like that right front might have some damage. He gets into the corner there, and the car just will not turn. Pretty much comes to a stop. Oh, catches Hoffman right there. I didn't see that. So Dominguez with a problem on the outside. Unfortunately, the one at Hoffman really nowhere to go as Dominguez kind of came down the racetrack just a little bit. All right, our yellow flags don't last very long here in dirt track racing, so we'll get back to live time so we don't miss the restart. But we're gonna have to keep an eye on this one car. See if he caught any damage right there. Wish I had a camera to look to the. Let's see here. Let's look at the left. That's the left front suspension. Let's look at the right front. It looks like it's in good shape from that angle. Looks like all the bars are where they're supposed to be. All right, 6 down, 6 to go. Trevor Royer, A-Case, Michael Sheridan, William Clapp, Adam Buchanan, Matt Hinkle, Steinman, Hoffman now back in 8th. And we're going to go green here. Off of 4. Trevor Royer in the 90. He's led most of this race. Can he hang on for the rest of this? Get himself into the A main. Royer's going to bring our field down into 1. Case there in the outside. They're in the 2nd spot. Clapp taking a look to the inside. Not able to make a run, but here comes Hinkle. Hinkle and Buchanan now fighting for that 5th spot. Steinman back there in 6th. We're keeping an eye on Hoffman. Does he have any damage on that one car after that collision with Dominguez? Doesn't look to have a ton of pace right there. 4 laps left to go now for Royer, Case, Clapp, Stein, Sheridan. Sheridan and Clapp swapping 3rd position. Clapp's going to move up into that 3rd spot. Slides up off of 4. He is going to take the 3rd away from Sheridan. That's our top 4 transfer cars right now. The first car outside looking in is Buchanan, and we've got another caution. And it looks like it might involve the 57 of Griffey. He's already jumped to the infield. Just 2 laps left to go. Our leaders had the top 4 had a pretty good cushion to Buchanan. You know they did not want to see that caution. So here's Griffey up on the outside, coming off a 4. And he just picks up a push right there, catches that outside wall. And just rides the wall all the way down the front straightaway. Comes right at our camera. So Griffey, with a tumble down the front straightaway, it's going to put him out of this, at least out of contention. I don't know if it's going to be out of the race or not, but out of contention for sure. The lap leaders, Trevor Royer's led every single lap of this race. It says 17, but it's only been 9. Some of our timing and scoring captures caution flags, even though the race doesn't. So it looks like May had a problem with Gallo as well, so Gallo also made his way into the pits here. So Kenny Hoffman back here in the 1. Still not in a transfer spot. He's sitting back here in 8th. He's got to get 4 more spots if he's going to get himself into the feature. I think he's probably got a little damage on that one car. We'll see if he can make some progress here as we go back to green with about 3 laps left to go. Warrior, Case, Clapp, Sheridan, your transfer cars. Buchanan, Steinman, Hinkle, and Hoffman. Stark and Parker Leak round out our top 10 right now. We go green with 2 more laps left to go. Royer, Case. 3-car battle back there for that 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. Buchanan down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Steinman in the 17. Is Clapp up into 3rd. Buchanan trying to get that final transfer spot. It's all going for that 4th position. We're going to keep an eye on this right here. Right now it is Sheridan. He gets a little contact off. He is going to win the battle across the lines. They crash at the finish line right there. But it is going to be the 15 of Sheridan. He's going to take the final transfer spot. I wish we could go back and watch a replay of that, but let me see here. We just can't because it just changes on me. So changes to the next event here. So see if we can find the results right there for our B main. Trevor Royer coming home with the win. A-Case in 2nd. William Clapp, Michael Sheridan. That is your 4 transfer cars. In 5th, Matt Hinkle, Adam Buchanan, Kenny Hoffman's going to come home in 7th. Jared Lamberson, Parker Leak, Andrew May, Shane Gallo, Darren Stark, Dustin Steinman, Austin Griffey, Jared Guarini, Tony Dominguez. That's our top 16 there. I can't get the... and Jack Young. So that was our 18-car field there for that B main event. So we're going to go to A main here rolling. We've got a little bit of a warm-up time. They're going to jump forward on me here real quick, but I'm going to just catch a drink real fast while we're lined up here, getting some... Let's guys get some warm-ups in. We're going to have a 24-car field here for this feature. We'll be back in just a minute.
Are watching Precision Entertainment. Let's take a quick break from the action of the Cyber Thunder Rush Championship Series, presented by me, AI Chief. Now, driver, while the field gets sorted out and someone out there is still trying to find reverse, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in the middle of a race and thought, man, I really wish someone in my headset would tell me what the hell is going on? Maybe you're running out of fuel. Maybe the leader is about to lap you. Maybe you just wrecked half the field and you're pretending it wasn't your fault. Well, driver, that's where I come in. AI Chief, your personal crew chief, race strategist, motivator, and occasionally the only voice of reason between you and the outside wall. With AI Chief you get live race strategy, fuel and pit calls, real-time race updates, savage coaching when you start doing something dumb, and trust me, based on what I've seen out there tonight, some of you really need the help. AI Chief doesn't just tell you when to pit, he tells you when to save fuel, when to push, and when to maybe, just maybe, stop trying to go 3 wide into turn 1. So if you're tired of racing blind, and you'd like a crew chief that actually knows what he's doing, head over to...
Alright, so it looks like they jumped ahead in time here on us so we can time travel in our racing. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. But really appreciate you being here with us. A little word there from AI Chief, one of our new sponsors here at DRSN. My name's Chris Murphy, Digital Racing Sports Network. Happy to bring you Season 22 of the Dirty Old Bachelors 360 Sprint Series. As we're getting lined up here, and it looks like, let's see, we'll get our grid here for you. On the pole, Aiden Stoll to his outside in the 49, Ryan Avila. JP Schreider in the 3rd starting spot. Shane Yost to his outside. Alan Trzynski is going to start in 5th. John Helms in the 6th starting spot. Back to row number 4, Aiden Forster and Mason Hannigan. Bowen Smith, Cody Bodie in row number 5. Row number 6 is going to be Rylan Gray and Brandon Stewart. In the 13th starting spot, it's going to be Bryce Heinstein and Spencer Putney. Matthew Rogers in 15th, Jay Schaaf in the 16th spot. Way back in 17th starting spot, the 24 of Tanner Pettit. Josh Pickle to his outside. Get back to row number 10, Anthony Woodhall, Joseph Grandy. And the last 4 cars are cars out of the B main. B main winner Trevor Royer, A-Case, William Clapp going to start in 23rd. Michael Sheridan is going to round out our 24-car field here for week number 2 of the Dirty Old Bastards here at Husets Speedway. All right, 40 laps of action, 40 green flag laps here at Husets. 72 of Stoll gonna bring us to the line of Villa to his outside. Yost Schroeder right there behind him. Watch that 42 of Helms. Helms look pretty good in the heat races. We're going to roll, come off at turn number 4. We're going to go green flag in the air. The 72 of Stoll is going to take the lead down into turn number 1. Avila to the outside. Avila's going to look to split the middle off at turn number 2 with a great run. The 5 car of Schroeder down to the bottom, but here comes Avila to the outside in the 49, but out front right now it is... Who's that out in front? That's Cody Bodie in the 1 car, I think that is. It came out a little bit late, so that's a lap car right there to the front. Stoll there in second right now, so Bodie must have missed the start. He had to start from the infield, and he is trying to stay on the lead lap right now. So Stoll, your leader in the 72. Avila to right behind him there in the 49. Then it's the 5 of Schreider, Forrester, Yost, Helms. That's your top 5 right now. The 1 of Bodie trying to stay on the lead lap. He's down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's giving our leader the outside. Here comes... Oh, Stoll gets loose off of 2. Has to fight the car. Gathers it back up. In the meantime, Schreider is going to slide up in front of Avila for second. Avila goes back to the bottom to see if he can clear the slide off into 1 and 2. He's not going to be able to as they caught that lap car. Had to cut that run off. Forrester out of the outside. So we've got Stoll to the lead right now. 3-car battle for second between Schreider, Avila, and Forrester. We've got our first caution flag, and it looks like it might be something with Brandon Stewart. We see somebody up on Stewart up on his side, up there in turn number 4 in the 21. That is going to be our first caution here on lap number 7. See if we can take a quick look here and see what happened. You can see he is outside of. I'm not quite sure who the 3 is because I don't have a 3 on my leaderboard. It might have been Rogers. Not quite sure. But you can see Stewart, again, we've seen that happen to a few guys tonight. The car, I don't know if that was net code or whatever, but he just picked up a nasty push, getting in a corner, just drives it up onto the wall. Quite a ride for the 21. We can jump in the car with him here. That doesn't look like much fun. So Stewart, our first car involved here, looked like Clapp might have also had an incident. He is in the pits. We can see Stewart and Clapp. Clapp going to make his way back out onto the racetrack. So I think Bodie must have thought we were going to have a little bit longer intermission. He missed the start of this race, had to start from the infield. So he is a lap down now, so we've got 3 cars now down a lap, Clapp, Bodie, and Stewart. And unlike a lot of the NASCAR races we cover, no wave around here, no lucky dog dirt track racing, so those cars are going to stay a lap down. But our leader, Aiden Stoll, JP Schreider were there in second. Ryan Avila, Aiden Forrester, John Helms, Steve, and Shane Yost. Our big mover of the race right now. We're trying to find it here. A-Case started back in 22nd, up to 17th right now. So a good run there for the 01. Trying to find out where Tanner Pettit is at. See where he's gotten to. Pettit started in 17th. He's made 3 spots up. He's up to 14th right now. All right, we're going to come off of turn number 4. Pace truck's going to pull in. Green flag in the air one more time. Aiden Stoll. Schreider are doing a really good job standing right there with him. Avila back in the 3rd spot. Here comes Forrester. 2 Tanner Pettit Racings in the 49 and the 20. They're working the outside line. Stoll kind of running a little bit of a slider line through 3 and 4. In on the bottom, kind of slides up off the top. Here comes Schreider to the bottom. We've about to have a 4-car race for the lead right now. Stoll, Schreider, Avila, Forrester. Now your top 4. 5th place, Sean Helms kind of falling back into the grass with Shane Yost. But up front right now, it is still all Aiden Stoll. JP Schreider right there with him, but here comes Avila in the 49 trying to find something a little extra up on the top of the racetrack. We take a look. We got another caution flag. It looks like it's John Helms. Bowen Smith might have also been involved here. So caution number 3. So we can see Smith. See Hannigan right there. Oh, just not sure if they got together there, but the 42 of Helms and Smith get together, and unfortunately it looks like can't quite tell who that other car was involved, but we'll take a look here one more time in live time. We can zoom in on it. We'll take a look here at Smith. So it's Helms in the 42 getting together. Smith getting involved with it as well. All right, we'll get back to live time so we don't miss any of the action. caution number 3, or the caution number 2. I thought it was caution number 3. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm counting wrong. Caution number 2 is what my timing and scoring says. That's what we'll go with. So Stoll's led every single lap of this race so far, but the 5 of Schreider are right there with him. Is it Scheider? I think I'm going to go with Scheider. JP Scheider. Ryan Avila. Aiden Forrester. Mason Handing has now made his way up to 5th. Mason finished 3rd last week. Can he pick up another podium here tonight? All right, Stoll going to bring us to the line here one more time. Off of turn number 4, he's off of turn number 4. He's on the throttle. The 72 is going to take us down into 1 and 2. Turn number 1 one more time. Avila to the outside, trying to find a run around the 5. That bottom groove looks to be working pretty good right there, especially through 3 and 4. Avila with a good run off the top. 5 of Schreider is making a really good run right there. We got caution one more time. Looks like it might have been. I see Case down there into the wall. Rogers also involved. The 3 and the 26 get together, and the 26 just goes for a ride. Catches the wing of the 33, which is Rogers right there. Actually, that's Rogers going for a tumble. Case with nowhere to go. He comes in and piles into it. We cover these guys enough. I'll learn the car numbers on these guys because they don't match anything. And at the same time, Bowen Smith up on his side over in turn 3 and 4. All right, so we're under caution here one more time at Husets. We kind of expected a few extra cautions here on the short track race. Looks like Avila catches a wing right there, but that may have just been a graphic thing. All right, back to live time. And our leader in the 72, Aiden Stoll, led every single lap. We got 11 laps down, 29 to go. I got to look at a different timing and scoring. Going to go around one more time here before we get back to racing at Husets. All right, so it looks like we're down to 17 left on the racetrack right now. All right. Pace truck's going to pull in here off of turn number 4. We're going to go around one more time, it looks like. One more extra lap. Maybe we're giving somebody a chance to get something fixed, I'm not sure. We got an EOL there for Jay Schaaf. You can see a bunch of cars down in the infield. We can see Case down there. We see Bowen Smith. Trevor Royer in the 90. Our B-main winner right now out of this race. So it looks like the lights are out on the pace track. So these drivers in the infield are going to miss this start. All right, let's see where Stoll picks up the throttle here. Oh, lights are still on. We're going to go one more time around. So it looks like we're giving somebody some time there in the infield. I'm not sure who it is. We don't have race control in our ear to tell. We see it looks like Case is going to get himself rolling. Get himself back on the racetrack, rejoin the field. Keep himself on the lead lap. We see Royer down there. Stewart now also rolling out of the pits. The 26th of Rogers also making his way back out on the racetrack. And I think that was the 90 of Royer as well. So a bunch of cars making their way back out onto the racetrack. 26 jump back to the pits there one more time. All right, green flag in the air for Stoll. The 5 is Schroeder right there. Avila and Forrester side by side. Avila to the outside. Forrester's making that bottom work really well. It looks like that bottom's starting to come in down there off of turn number 2. Loses a little ground off of 4, but watch this run. Forrester gets off the bottom of 2. A great jump down there. He is going to clear Avila, but see if that outside line. So it looks like right now both ends of the racetrack are a little bit different, faster groove. The bottom through 1 and 2 is working a little bit better than the top, but down in 3 and 4, if you watch Avila right now, the top's working a little bit better as he makes a little bit of a run on Forrester here off of 4. And it's going to be the 5 of Schroeder is going to take the lead. Stoll going to cross him back over off of 2, is going to slide up off for 3. They're going to battle it out right here. That is going to let Forrester close up the gap just a little bit more. Stoll holds on to the lead right there through 1 and 2, and then look here, Mason Hannigan down on the bottom. We got a 3-car battle for second, getting ready to shape up. It's Forrester, Avila, Hannigan now closing in as well, and it looks like also the 6 of Ryan Gray is going to join the picture. We're about to have a 6 or 7-car battle up here. As I see Putney also sneaking up there in that 7th spot, but right now, out in front, it is still Aiden Stoll. 18 laps down, 22 to go. The 22 out in, or the 72 out in front. Schroeder there in second. Forrester now goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Favilla still up on the top. Forrester has really been committed to the bottom. He's made it work most of this race, but it looks like it's starting to go away on him a little bit. He is not quite getting the run off of 2 that he was earlier, but maybe 3 and 4 is coming in a little bit. He gets a good run into the corner, but just can't get off. Just cannot get off the corner well enough to get a run. So it's a 3-car battle right now for second with Schroeder, Avila, and Forrester now. Gray back there in 5th, but there's really not much he can do. At times, these guys are 3 wide right there in front of him. But here comes Avila in the 06. He is going to make his way around Forrester to the outside. Ryland Gray now up to 4th. As Avila goes to the bottom to clear Schroeder, so Avila now up to 2nd. But Stoll's got a pretty good lead right now, about a 1.5 seconds out to the good. The 49 of Avila's now made his way to 2nd. Let's see if he can reel in our leader as he is right around the bottom of the racetrack. Stoll with a little mistake there off the corner. It's going to let Avila make up a little ground. Big run from the 06 of Gray into the corner. And the 5 and the 20 of Forrester and Schroeder get together just a little bit. But Gray with a fantastic jump right there in 3 and 4 has now got himself up into 3rd. He's up at 8th spot, started back in 11th, now up to the 3rd spot. We're watching the 24 Tanner Pettit sneak into the picture as well. Started back in 17th, now up to 6th. He has moved up 11 spots. He's our biggest mover of the race. The 5 of Schroeder is going to make a slide up in front of Forrester, now there for 4th. And we're going to have a battle for the lead here. Aiden Stoll, Ryan Avila. Avila to the top, Stoll to the bottom of the racetrack. We got 14 laps left to go. We cross the stripe, 13 to go now as we come across the line. Avila to the bottom, Stoll with a little bit of mistake, got into the bottom, slid up in the middle of the racetrack. Gave Ryan that whole inside line. It is going to be the 49 to the lead. Here comes the outside, Stoll to the outside, coming off of 4. Can't quite hold. Avila just really making the bottom of the racetrack work. He comes up, kind of gives a slider right there on Stoll. Stoll back to the bottom. And we're going to just throw haymakers at each other. And as they're going back and forth, look at the 06 of Ryan Gray made his way into the picture. We're about to have a 3-car battle for the lead here with 11 laps left to go. The 72 and the 49 just going at it right here off of turn number 2. Stoll to the top of the racetrack. Avila to the bottom. We go into 3 and 4 one more time. The 49, he's actually going to hold the bottom of the racetrack this time. Gives Stoll the outside. Let's see what he does into 1 and 2. Ryan Avila just working the bottom. He's actually not sliding up the racetrack in front of the 72, at least not for the last couple of laps. So Ryan Avila down. We got another caution flag. It looks like Tanner Pettit. Looks like something going on with Pettit here. It looks like the nose wing's off the car. Some damage as we were watching a front's all towed in on the 24. It's like Hannigan also involved in a crash. Maybe they got together. Let's see if we can see what happened. Pettit's still out on the racetrack, so he is going to have to make his way to the infield. We'll see if we can see what happened here with the 24 and the 1, and the 7, sorry. So Hannigan on the bottom, Pettit to about the middle of the racetrack there. And it looked like from that angle, big jump there from Hannigan. It looked like Pettit might have got a little crossed up and turned sideways. We'll see if we can catch a little bit different camera angle of it here. Let's see if we can see what happens. So off the corner right here, Pettit about in the middle of the racetrack, Hannigan to the bottom. No, and it looks like Hannigan just kind of comes up the racetrack. They get together right there. I thought initially maybe Pettit got a little bit loose in the middle of the straightaway and turned sideways, but it looks like they just kind of both trying to get into the same spot on the racetrack. So Hannigan both going for a ride. So the 7 and the 24, both with some heavy damage. They're finding a way into the infield. We currently only have 12 cars left on the racetrack out of the 24 that started. We'll see how many get back out. We see Royer in the infield. I see Pettit's in the infield. Pettit's still actually limping around here. Oh, we'll get it back to live time here. All right. So Ryan Avila now with the lead. Off of 4, we're going green one more time. Avila, Stoll, Gray, Schroeder, Forrester, your top four, and then it's Spencer Putney. Oh, looks like the 20 and the 5 are going to get together. Forrester and Schroeder off of turn number 2. And they're going to make their way into the infield to try to get some repairs done. So we'll see what happened here. So it looks like, let's just see. We can see Forrester down on the bottom. The 5 is Schroeder right there in the middle. I don't think he sees Forrester coming. And he starts to cut down to the bottom of the racetrack. I don't think he knows the 20's there. Forrester made his way just about up to his left rear. Schroeder starts to come down to the bottom of the racetrack off of turn number 4. They're going to get together. The 20 and the 5 have been running up all... I mean, the 5 have been up front all the whole race. Forrester been in the top 4 all night long. Let's see if we can take a look at that from the cockpit of Forrester's car. As you can see, he's right down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got himself up just about to the left rear. And they just get together off of 2. Once again, just fighting for the same piece of real estate. We have to clear that camera. We need a way to clear that camera off next time. All right, so your leader. What we got? 7 laps left to go. 33 down, 7 to go. Ryan Avila in the 49. Aiden Stoll, Ryland Grace, Spencer Putney, Bryce Einstein, Alex Roszinski now. Aiden Woodhull. William Clapp's now up 15 spots. Started back in 23rd, all the way up to 8th. Came out of the B. He was our biggest mover of the race, now up into 8th spot. We're going to go green one more time. 5th caution flag coming to an end here at Husets. And it's going to be the 49 of Avila going to take the bottom of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Stoll to the outside. Gray right there with him. And Avila's going to take the high line off of 4. Goes to the bottom of 1 and 2. You can see Stoll just not able to hold that same bottom line that Ryan is. Ryan's going to run right through the middle of 3 and 4. So Ryan Avila has found the fast way around this racetrack, right on the bottom of 1 and 2. Stays right against that berm. Gray's now going to slide up into 2nd. Spencer Putney in the 17 trying to get by Stoll for 3rd. 5 laps left to go. Right now it is all 49 of Ryan Avila. Almost a full second advantage out in front. Ryland Gray back to 2nd. Spencer Putney, Aiden Stoll's now falling back to the 4th spot, so our early leader is now falling back through the field right here. He's back to 4th. He has got the 17 of Putney now get right there, and Bryce Einstein putting a little pressure on him for that 4th position. So Stoll now's falling back to 4th. He may have used up his stuff here, as he just doesn't seem like he can make up any ground on Putney. But right now, it is Ryan Avila out there coming off of turn number 4. White flag is in the air one more time around for the 49 of Ryan Avila, looking to take the win here at Husets, week number 2 for the Dirty Old Bastards. And the 49 of Ryan Avila is going to come across the line, take the win in the 2nd spot. Ryland Gray, Spencer Putney, Aiden Stoll, Bryce Einstein, Alex Roszinski, Anthony Woodhull, Shane Yost, William Clapp with a good run up to 9th. Chase Schaaf in 10th. Aiden Force is going to rebound to get back into 11th after getting involved in that late race caution. Joshua Pickle, Brandon Stewart. That is going to round out our cars left on the racetrack, so only 13 cars finished. But take a look at that white flag lap again here for this battle for 2nd and 3rd. So you can see Gray with a great run off the corner right there. Putney down in the middle of the racetrack. Just pretty much single file at this point. Stoll tried to make a run on Putney for 3rd, but not able to make anything happen here on the white flag lap. One more time around, and it's still single file there for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And your winner, one more time, Ryan Avila in the 49. All right, so let's see if we have anybody in the waiting room for us here. Avila is going to park it down in Victory Lane. We're going to park it there with him. All right, in the waiting room, we got Chris. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? All right, let's get our Discord channel set here for some audio. All right, so let's grab our winner here, Ryan Avila. Ryan, are you in the booth? Are you with us, buddy? Let's get Chris in the booth.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, man. All right, I know I asked you this last year, but it's been a while since we talked. I'm pronouncing your name Avila all night long. I got it right this time?
It's Avila.
Dang it. Oh, I did it wrong again. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get it right next week, I promise you.
Yeah.
Fantastic run out there tonight. It looks like you found a little different groove about halfway through the race than some of the other drivers were able to lock into, and it just took yourself all the way to the front.
Yeah, I struggled pretty early on. I could not find any grip up top, so I think once Aiden and JP, kind of were just in front of me, and I could kind of pace myself just a little bit more. I kind of found that, the bottom would suit me a little better towards the end there. So played a little different than gear, or played the gear different than everybody there. So I think that kind of helped me out to where I wasn't, spinning my tires at the end there, and just a lot of laps kind of proves that,
Yeah.
I kind of know what I'm doing out there. So yeah, good race, and good race to Aiden as well. He held his own for a little bit, and a little bit of roughing up is kind of what you need around there. So.
Yeah, it looked like you were especially late in the race with about 6 or 7 laps left to go. You were the only one on the racetrack that could really hold that bottom line through 1 and 2. Anybody else that really tried to take that bottom line just could not hold it and were sliding up through the center. But it looked like that really was an advantage to you. You found a little traction off the bottom of 2 down there.
Yeah, I think we got it. I mean, it was a bunch of yellow, so just about halfway through there when I had got under JP, I knew it was something to work with, and then Aiden started fading up top, and he'd pull me a couple laps, so kind of just dialed myself back a little bit, and kind of shut the car off a little bit sooner than I was, and made up the gap that he had pulled, and eventually pulled up alongside of him. Had a pretty good race there, sliders and back and forth. I didn't really want myself to be up top, so whenever he'd slide me, I run the middle and pull back even. But yeah, towards the later stage there, I seen Ryland was making some movement, and obviously I was told he was running on the lower on the racetrack, so for myself to figure that out, and yeah, pulled up over a second gap at the end there. So yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not quite the night for a full team of Tanner Pettit racing as expected. Tanner with a little trouble, and Aiden getting involved in a late race caution there as well. But representing the team well, coming home with a win here. You missed last week, but this should secure you up in the points here a little bit. Are we going to expect you here for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I should be able to make most of the race. I think we're not running 30 more races this year. It's only 9 or 8. So yeah, I should be able to run a couple more. And yeah, it sucks to miss last week, just because of the points. But yeah, pretty good points night here. So I'll take it and head into next week.
Well, congrats again. And hey, man, before we get you out of here, anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I got to thank Chris for putting the league on and you broadcasting. I think we all enjoy it. We have a spotlight to race on, and obviously Tanner Pettit and everyone over there that helps every week. Jimmy P. Mac Tools, 1425 Photography, Aces Up Sim Sports, CD Cinematography, Trackside Collective, Blake Carrick Racing, and then Ethan Johnson over at Free Speed for all the help.
I appreciate it, man. We'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bet. All right, get our second place runner in here, Ryland. Let's see here. All right. Ryland, you got Chris up in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, hello.
How you doing? Good night out there.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, started back in 11th, made your way all the way up to 2nd right there. You looked really strong at the end. Do you think if, the 6 or 7 caution flags, that kind of help you get up there? Did you really have that good of a car to make your way through the field?
Yeah, we've got something really good going. All of my guys that we don't race iRacing that much anymore, so to come back out here and all the precision guys are running really good tonight. Just some bad luck for Brandon in the back and Darren and Matthew, but they ran good, and I fell fast all night. We went quick time, and then the heat race is just the track has been technical all night. The weather just made the track really slick in some places and really heavy in some places. So I think the main thing was just getting to the front before the track locked back down at the bottom, and my car was just good from start to finish. It didn't matter what type of track surface it was.
Yeah, it's been a while since I covered a race here at Husets. I really expected that top to kind of stay there most of the night, but the cushion just didn't really seem to build up, and it seemed like the top to middle just was really dominant, especially late.
Yeah, I think it's just mostly the weather. Seemed like the track really blew off just fast all night. Qualifying was extremely slick, and then they farmed it for the heats. Or no, they didn't farm for the heats. They farmed it for the lowers, and even during warm up, it's like you snap your fingers and boom, instantly slick again. So definitely just a lot of wind tonight probably didn't help. A lot of humidity definitely just made the track blow off a lot faster.
Well, can we expect to see you for the rest of the season? Only 7 more races left to go.
Yeah. I think me and Stuart are decent in points right now, so we're gonna keep running and seeing if we can grab a championship or at least top 3.
Well, appreciate you being here with us tonight. Good run up all the way up to second. Is there anybody else you want to give a thanks to before we let you go?
Yeah, just everybody at Precision Motorsports. They make they're a great team for me to help tutor, and just my goal is to make those guys a lot better, and it's helping out. A lot of them were really fast tonight, and accomplished a lot of really good goals. I got to think. Let's see, Victory Seats, Jules Say Speed Shop. Those guys help a lot too.
Well, good run tonight, and we'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Last interview we're going to have here is going to be our 3rd place finisher in the 17, Spencer Putney. Spencer, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, guys, I got you.
Excellent. Hey, man, fantastic run out there tonight. You started all the way back in 14th, and you just really seemed to have something there at the end. It really looks like the car really came to you.
Yeah, I really set it up for that to be that slick. So at the beginning, I was just trying to hang on a little bit and not go backwards.
So, I mean, we had quite a few caution flags there. One thing that's kind of tough out there, and my years of racing, it's when you have 5, 6, 7 caution flags like that, it's really hard to kind of keep your focus. Do you find it the same issue here with the iRacing, or is it are you able to just kind of gather yourself back up and get going?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is trying to get a rhythm, and every time that caution comes out, you're trying to figure out, if the lines change in and if you can keep up with the track whenever that happens. So fortunately tonight I was able to miss a lot of those wrecks, and I missed Mason. Thought the caution came out, slowed up, and I was able to kind of miss that. So fortunate to miss a few of those tonight.
Well, fantastic. We had off half mile at Knoxville last week, the short track, and then we go 3/8 mile to Charlotte next week. How do you feel about next week at Charlotte?
I'm feeling pretty good. I usually do pretty well there. Obviously, a lot of times it comes down to qualifying, but if we can keep it up the way we did tonight and keep passing cars, we'll be all right.
Well, congrats on a fantastic run tonight. Hey, man, before we get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just EPI and the guys over there that help us keep our speed up, and if anybody's looking for anything for there, come on over and we'll help them out.
All right, buddy. Congrats again. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for our interviews here. So one more time, coming home with the win tonight. Ryan Avila in the 49. I think I got it right that time. And we're going to take a look here at our rest of our results. If I click on the A main, it's always helpful. There we go. All right. Ryan Avila with the win. Rylan Gray in second. Spencer Pudney, Aiden Stoll. Bryce Heinstein in fifth. Alex Rudzinski, Anthony Woodhull, Shane Yost. William Clapp with a great run up to ninth. Jay Schaaf in 10th. Aiden Forrester ran up front most of the night. Fell back to 11th after getting involved with a late race caution there with the 5 of Schreiderer. I'm going to have to talk to JP and find out how to say that right. And then it's going to be Josh Pickle, Brandon Stewart, Schreiderer, Pettit, Mason Hannigan all the way back to 16th. Trevor Royer, A-Case, Joseph Grandy, Michael Sheridan. And then we'll see if we can get back here to our last 4 spots. Matthew Rogers, Bowen Smith, John Helms, and Cody Bodie. I think Cody just kind of missed the start of the race, had to start in the infield. Hardest charge of the race, William Clapp, up 14 spots. Aiden Stoll led the most laps with 25, but he ends up coming home in 4th. Ryan Avila. God, I'm going to kill myself with that one. With the fastest lap of the race, Aiden Stoll on the pole, so 40 laps, 4 different leaders, and the green flag lane change is just not accurate, so we'll just ignore that one. So, fantastic night of racing here at Husets for the Dirty Old Bastards. We come back next week for Charlotte. Let's see, we'll take a quick look at the schedule one more time. Charlotte, Port Royal, Eldora, Kern, Williams Grove, Cedar Lake, and end the season at Volusia. Coming up next on DRSN this Thursday night, we're going to be covering the Nitro Zone Truck Series at Iowa Speedway. That should be a fun race. Come join me and my buddy Tim White up in the booth, and then we're going to come back Friday night. And I got to go back and look at their Discord again because it's the first night I've talked to these guys. So we're supposed to be covering the Half Decent Racing League on Friday night. That is the goal right now, to cover their Xfinity races. We'll see how that plays out. But from all of us here at DRSN, thanks for choosing to spend your evening with us. I know you could have done a lot of different things. Thank you for being here. My name is Chris Murphy. Keep it smooth, keep it smart, and if you can't do that, at least keep it entertaining for the folks at home. We will see you next time. Good night.